The general ledger option also has several other options in it that we can use to help manipulate our general ledger and to keep track of the finances of our business. One report is the change in financial conditions report, which will show us from the year before last to last year to the current year what the balance was on our accounts, so that we can see this year versus last year how we're doing. You also have the ability to open a prior accounting period. Just to explain briefly how the accounting periods work, the software always is functioning in a specific accounting period. Once that accounting period has been closed, you can no longer post entries into that accounting period. An accounting period represents a month. It is always possible to post forward into accounting periods that are not yet opened through the end of next year. So we always have a year behind us that we can view financial data for, and we always have a year ahead of us that we can post financial data for. And then when we close each accounting period, it only closes entries through the current accounting period. You can always see which accounting period you're in by running reports like the trial balance, which will show you at the top your current accounting period. And you can also come here to the change GL accounting period, which allows you to enter a new period. When you change accounting periods, you have to change one period at a time. So if we were finished with April, we could put 5 here to move on into May of 2000. I'm not, so I'm going to abort that process. If you find for some reason that you need to go back and make entries to an accounting period that is closed, you can do that using the open prior accounting period function. It is a function that requires everyone else to be out of the software. The trial balance by date range prints a report identical to the trial balance report, but only includes transactions for a date range that you specify. The software also has a budgeting routine that allows you to keep track of a budget for your business in the software. When you select the Enter Budget data, you'll see all of the detail accounts on your system listed out, and then you can specify what your budget is for each of those accounts month to month. And you can keep track of that budget for this year and then for next year. And as part of the process of closing out your accounting period and closing out your year, all of the information from next year moves to this year, and this year moves to last year. We don't have any budget information entered currently, so let's go into our accounts receivable and say that for the month of March we want to have $500 go into accounts receivable, and for the month of April. Typically your budgets are going to be concentrating down here on your sales and your cost of goods account, so let's also put a budget in these accounts for these 2 months. And you can adjust that balance as much as you want and continue to come in and make changes. Then you can print your budget report. The budget report is going to show you for each account that has a budget defined and has data in that account. You'll see what the budget is, and again we're seeing the budget report for April. So we'll see what the budget was, what the actual amount was, and what the percent of our budget that we've utilized is. So we've spent 1% of the amount that we've allotted for purchases this month. And then you'll also see a year-to-date total, which is based on calculating the total budget for the year as defined in each of the fields, and then the total amount that we've used to date, and it'll give us the remaining balance. Now, as you look at the budgeting information, you'll also see the percent of the fiscal year that we've utilized. That can help us to see down here if at 33% of the year we've used 15% of our budget, then that's not too bad. And that budgeting module, again, especially with your cost fields or your cost accounts, can help you to keep track of the budget and keep your business on track. You also have a sales tax report. Oh, let's look at the quarterly GL summary report, which will show you for each quarter what the summary of activity in your general ledger was. The sales tax report again prints for a date range. Typically this will be a quarterly date range that you put in, and it will allow you to view all the transactions and the tax that you've received for each tax area that you have defined in your sales tax tables. And then you'll see a total for each area, and then this is the money that is owable by you to the government for your sales tax collection.